Welcome to your 401k plan. You are on your way to securing a comfortable retirement for your future. Your employer has hired Employee Fiduciary as the plan's administrator and record keeper. Our plans are one of the most cost-effective ways for you to save for retirement. Before we begin, let's touch on each of the items in your enrollment kit. The enrollment booklet serves as a resource for learning about your 401k plan. The wage deferral form allows you to choose the percentage of compensation you want deducted from each paycheck and contributed to your account. Once completed, this form should be returned to your employer. The beneficiary designation form allows you to choose beneficiaries for your account in the event of your death. Once completed, this form should also be returned to your employer. The annual fee notice discloses the administrative fees and investment expenses associated with plan participation. The annual notice discloses your rights and obligations under the plan. This notice is only applicable if your plan includes certain features. The participant website instructions are designed to help you log into your account online and choose investments. Finally, the summary plan description outlines the features of your plan. So why save for retirement? Well, for starters, who wants to work forever? Most of us know it's smart to save money for those big ticket items we really want to buy. A new television, a car, a home. Yet you may not realize that probably the most expensive thing you will ever buy in your lifetime is your retirement. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the number of Americans living 100 years or more totaled over 72,000 in 2014. Up a whopping 44% since 2000. We are not only living longer, but we are also more active in our retirement than ever. These are very important reasons to start buying your retirement now. So what exactly is a 401k plan? You probably already had a general idea of what a 401k plan is before you stepped into this enrollment meeting. But here's a little more detail. A 401k plan is an employer-sponsored retirement savings plan that is funded by employee contributions. 401k plans derive their name from the IRS tax code, which allows workers to defer compensation on a tax-favored basis for retirement. These deferrals are not subject to income tax withholding at the time of contribution. This allows funds to grow tax-free until withdrawn, at which point they are taxed. Investments are participant-directed and portable when an employee retires or changes employers. So now you're probably wondering, how is this plan going to benefit me? Well, there are several great benefits of enrolling in your company's retirement plan. For starters, you get an immediate tax break. You can make contributions to your account on a pre-tax basis, which reduces your taxable income and, in turn, your income tax liability. You also have tax-deferred growth in the plan. Your investments grow tax-free until your money is withdrawn. The power of compounding. Your investments generate earnings, which are then reinvested in order to generate their own earnings. This compounding can result in some amazing account growth over time. 401k plans also have higher contribution limits than a personal individual retirement account. And finally, your account is portable. If you change jobs, you can roll your account over to your new employer's plan or an IRA without tax consequences. So let's talk a little bit more about those benefits. First, the tax benefits. When 401k contributions are made on a pre-tax basis, every dollar you contribute to a 401k plan is a dollar taken off the top of your taxable income. Lower taxable income means you pay less in federal and state income taxes. Meet Phil. Phil pays a total of 20% in federal and state income taxes. Phil contributes 10% or $3,000 to his company's retirement plan. His taxes will be reduced by $600 each year. Who doesn't love an opportunity to save even more money? Additionally, a special savers credit may be available for low and moderate income workers. The amount of the credit is 50%, 20%, or 10% of your salary deferrals up to $2,000, depending on your income. So So what does tax-deferred growth mean? Your tax-deferred contributions are contributions that are not taxed until distributed. In other words, your 401k money grows tax-free until it's withdrawn. You never pay taxes on contributions, dividends, or capital gains within your 401k account. Because of compounding, this benefit can easily add thousands more to your account upon retirement. Take a look at the illustration on the screen. We've already met Phil, now meet his friend Bill. Phil and Bill both earn $30,000 per year and save 10% of their pay. Bill saves in a 401k plan, Bill saves in a taxable account. If both earn 7% on their investments annually, after 30 years, Bill's retirement account will be worth $72,000 more than Bill's because of tax-deferred growth alone. This difference is drastic. The power of compounding is a mighty one. The money you save in your 401k plan earns interest on investment earnings. When you leave the money there, over time, you also earn interest on past interest or earnings on your earnings. Though this sounds like a slow process, when you start saving early, compounding can result in some amazing growth in your money over the long haul. Take a look at the example on the screen. Bill decided to join the plan right away when he was 25 years old. Bill decided to wait until he was 35. Assuming both men contribute $3,000 and earn 7% on their investments each year, Bill's account would be worth about $621,000 at age 65, while Bill's would be only about $294,000. To catch up for lost time, Bill would need to contribute $5,283 each year for 30 years to retire with the same amount as Phil. So now that we've addressed your benefits, you may be wondering to yourself, when should I start saving? The answer is today. The amount of your life spent in retirement is too significant to ignore, and the sooner you start saving, the better off you'll be in your golden years. Saving $100 today is not the same as saving $100 2 or 10 years from now. It means losing out on the potential earnings power of that money. So now that you've seen the power of investing in your company's 401k plan, let's talk about two of the most important retirement plan questions 401k participants need to answer. How much should I save? And how should I invest my account? Since people have different incomes, personal assets, risk tolerances, and retirement goals, there is no one-size-fits-all answer to these questions. But answer these two questions correctly for your circumstances and you are well on your way to a well-funded retirement account. Let's first talk about how much you should save. First, we'll address the rules. The IRS sets limits for how much a participant can contribute of their own compensation. For 2016, a participant can contribute up to $18,000. For participants over 50, you can contribute an additional $6,000. Since the limits can change year to year, it's important to contact your employer for new limits each year. Let's talk about guidelines for saving now. Many financial planners recommend you save at least 10% of your income for retirement, starting in your 20s. The older you start saving, the higher percentage you will need to save in order to meet your retirement savings goal. To help you choose an appropriate target savings rate, your online 401k account includes a retirement calculator. The calculator estimates the income and savings you will have in retirement given your current savings. In addition to the contributions you make to the plan, your employer may elect to make contributions on your behalf to the plan too. You'll want to review the section called Contributions to the Plan in your summary plan description for this information. Employer contributions can be subject to vesting requirements. You should review the section called Vesting in your summary plan description for additional information. Employer contribution funds usually vest over time. Once you're fully vested, you can take the entire sum with you when you part ways with your job. Let's move on to investments. Your plan sponsor chose a list of funds from which you can choose to invest. There is a glossary in your enrollment booklet to help you understand basic investment terms. Investing your account can seem intimidating, but it doesn't need to be. To invest in your account, you have 3 basic options. You can invest 100% of your account balance in a managed account. A managed account is a professionally managed portfolio of investments. Examples of managed accounts include target date funds, target risk funds, or custom portfolios built by a financial advisor. You can also pick investments for your account yourself or let a personal financial advisor do it for you. If you don't consider yourself a savvy investor, it's probably not a good idea to pick your own investments. If you fail to pick investments for your account will be invested into your plan's default investment. For more information about your plan investment options, please log into your online account. Login instructions are included in your enrollment materials. Many of you may be wondering, am I stuck with these elections forever? Not at all. You can change your contribution percentage or stop contributions altogether by completing a wage deferral request form and submitting it to your employer. Any changes to your investment mix, both current contributions and existing balances, are done by logging into the participant website. Odds are you'll switch employers at some point in your career. If you leave your employer for any reason, including resignation, death, or disability, your account can be withdrawn. In other words, distributed. When this is the case, you have 3 options. Roll your account to a new employer's retirement plan or personal IRA, receive it as cash, or leave it in the plan. Taking a distribution in cash prior to retirement should always be your last option. Why? Because you do not want to miss out on future tax-deferred earnings growth. If you do take a cash distribution of your account, it will be taxed at ordinary income tax rates. Cash distributions are automatically reduced by mandatory 20% federal tax withholding. Mandatory state tax withholding might also apply depending upon the state you live in. Cash distributions taken prior to age 59.5 are generally subject to an IRS 10% premature distribution penalty. You should consult your personal tax advisor prior to taking a cash distribution from your retirement account. In the event of your death, your account will become payable to a beneficiary. If you are married, that beneficiary will be your spouse unless they consent to different beneficiaries. You should always keep your beneficiary designation forms up to date with your current information. You also might be wondering, what if I need the money I've contributed to my account before I terminate while I'm still employed? You may be eligible for an in-service distribution after attaining a certain age or if you've experienced a so-called hardship. You may also be eligible for a loan from your account. This loan would be repaid by payroll deductions. Check the section called Distributions of your summary plan description to see what distribution options are available inside your plan. Now it's time to talk enrollment. Enrolling in your company's retirement plan takes just 2 easy steps. First, complete the wage deferral election form and the beneficiary designation form, which can be found in your enrollment materials, and return them to your employer. Select the investments for your account online at theplanlogin.com. If you do not select investments, your account will be invested in the plan's default fund. That's it. Once you've completed these steps, your employer will let you know when to expect payroll deductions to begin. You can make future changes to your deferral rate and/or beneficiaries by submitting new forms to your employer. You can make future changes to your investments online at theplanlogin.com. Most of your questions can be answered in your summary plan description. If you need assistance with the website, please contact Employee Fiduciary's Participant Service Center at 877-401-5100 and choose option 3. We highly recommend following our blog, Frugal Fiduciary. We comment on news and issues in the retirement plan industry with a distinct point of view. True to our name, we advocate low cost, full disclosure, and value for money spent. With us, you'll stay informed and frugal. You can also follow us on the social media of your choice. You have successfully made it to the end of this enrollment video. Thank you for choosing Employee Fiduciary as your plan service provider.